Hello, Tisha and Adam. As you know, I'm Scott Ryan, your Strategic Accounts Manager. With me is the rest of my team. We've got Joe, Amanda, Emily, and Brian. On behalf of all of us, I want to thank you for driving in from Chicago. And I want to thank you for bringing the rest of your board. It's larger than you said, but thank you all for attending and taking the time out of your day to miss the royal wedding. Now, we know you're in town for the weekend, so before we get started, I just wanted to show a preview for a movie that's playing exclusively in Lansing that I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy.
Good morning again, Tisha and Adam. I am Emily, and on behalf of your C.H. Robinson team, we are very excited to present to you Active Image, a comprehensive presentation that we have put together highlighting your top needs as a company and how our freight industry experts can offer completely customized logistics solutions for your company ongoing. Now, partnership with us would really bring benefit to all aspects of your organization. Our team is ready to continually communicate with you on your goals, measure performance, and deliver new ideas for savings. In today's presentation, we're just going to take about 20 minutes of your time to confirm our understanding of your current operations, review the current challenges and needs that your company is facing, and show you how our team is ready to address these needs and bring ongoing improvement to Active Image.
Great. So who exactly is C.H. Robinson? Well, we are leaders in third-party logistics. So just for you as a video game company, we have this fancy animation. But what we do is we work with companies to completely organize their transportation and business operations. Now, we are non-asset based, which means that we do not own a fleet of trucks. So when you need your product shipped somewhere, we actually have the North America's largest carrier network of over 49,000 carriers. And we as a company have been in business for over 100 years. We're over a $9 billion company and work with nearly every Fortune 500 company. Now, we do have over 49,000 carriers, like I mentioned, so we're able to sift through the carriers we provide for you, for your specific load, on a load-by-load basis, no matter which mode of transportation you choose.
Okay, well, to make sure we have a full understanding of your company, Active Image is one of the leading manufacturers of video game products and software, famously known for Guitar Hero and Call of Duty. As a privately owned company, you do have $4.8 billion in revenue in 2010, expecting that to rise 50% in 2011. So, Adam, what are one of the key drivers in reaching this goal of 50% growth?
The area where we see the biggest growth coming from is international.
Okay, great, because as C.H. Robinson, we do have over 200 offices worldwide, so 50% growth in 2011 is a goal we can definitely help you reach, along with simplifying your current operations, decreasing any unnecessary costs, and overall increasing revenue, all while customizing our service to meet the specific needs of your company. Previously discussed in some meetings, some of the needs that have been addressed include on-time delivery, consolidation, increased visibility, and flexibility. On-time delivery is essential because your products are of such high demand, and we want to help you avoid any late finds. Consolidation. In prior meetings, we did discuss that currently your company is being less than efficient, shipping multiple loads to the same destination, when in fact those loads could be combined, saving time and money. Increased visibility is just important because your products are of such high value, so you want to have full visibility of all loads at all times. And flexibility. We understand that security and on-time delivery are critical to the success of your business, so you are in need of a logistics provider that can securely transport all your products in the most efficient and cost-effective way. So we are going to go into more detail on each of these things, but for now, have I addressed all these needs pretty clearly, or is there anything I may have missed?
The only thing I would say is we're also looking for seeing a cost savings in our transportation spend.
Perfect. Okay, well, we will go into detail on that too.
Great. So we plan to address these needs by delivering high value and flexible service at a competitive rate. Now, I brought up this map here to kind of spell out exactly what's going on with your current logistics and how we at C.H. Robinson can help. So right now, your distribution center is located in Chicago, Illinois. So we'll go ahead and drop some trucks there to represent the district warehouse. Now, you sell your video games to retailers across the country and across the world. We're going to go ahead and highlight 3. Let's go ahead and put a Best Buy in North Texas, a Walmart in Montana, and a GameStop in North Carolina. Now, to get your video games to these retailers, you would load up the trucks and send them on their way. But we know that logistics, every load, they're not equal. So at C.H. Robinson, we can provide you flexible options. And so if you need to get your video games to that Best Buy in northern Texas in the most cost-effective way possible, with gas prices these days, it's probably going to be cheapest to put it on a train. If you need to get your video games to that Walmart ASAP, it's probably going to be fastest to put it on a plane. And if you need video games to get to GameStop in North Carolina in the most secure manner, then it's probably going to be best to use one of our carriers that we have established meet our security standards that we have set at C.H. Robinson as well. So to talk more about the flexible options, Emily's going to go into that.
Now, throughout our previous meetings, we have discussed and we understand that flexibility is one of the most important aspects that Active Image needs in a logistics company. As discussed before, C.H. Robinson is a non-asset-based company. Since we don't own any of our own equipment, we aren't restricted to using any particular carriers or warehouses. Now, the benefit to this is that this allows us complete freedom to customize how your product transits, and we are always able to negotiate the best deal. We like to call it having our finger on the pulse of the freight industry. Everything that we ship will ship the most efficient way possible. We are always looking for ways to save you money, as Scott had illustrated earlier, whether that is changing your load from truck to train as gas prices fluctuate, and we also want to give you the peace of mind that no matter where your product is traveling, we have a network of over 49,000 carriers at our fingertips if anything happens to go wrong. Now, we want to stress to you that as your team of logistics experts, we're prepared to handle any task and take responsibility for any situation that could arise before, during, or after transit. Now, all of these factors combined really does result in an increased service quality for not only Active Image, but your clients as well. We are here to help ensure that every delivery arrives on time and work with you to maintain your reputation as a leader in the industry.
You mentioned your clients real quick. Do you guys deal with some of the same customers that we have, like the Best Buys, the Walmarts, things like that?
Absolutely. We are partnered with some of those big companies as well, so it's in our best interest as well to keep them happy.
Now, flexibility is one of the biggest advantages that we have being a non-asset-based company. So not owning our trucks and having that carrier network is a huge thing for us. Is there any questions you have on this slide regarding fuel or transmodal options?
You know, you did mention fuel. We've seen, like everybody, we've seen our cost of transportation shoot up a ton lately, and what our carriers are telling us is because fuel costs are going up. We really, I guess, two-part question is, one, you guys tell us where fuel is going to go, and two, get us a grasp on, I guess, how you help us manage our fuel costs.
Okay, so it sounds like you're currently experiencing price increases with fuel fluctuation, or at least that's what they're telling you, and you want to get a better grasp as to the visibility and transparency of that.
Sure.
So I can't tell you where fuel is going, because if I could, I'd be a multi-billionaire. But I can tell you that we, from day one, are completely transparent with our fuel surcharges. It's a charting grid that we provide you so that when fuel does fluctuate, you know what the increase in your cost is going to be as well. There's no increased margin or markup that we place to use fuel as an excuse. So there's complete transparency there. And just as we mentioned with flexibility, you do have that option to use something like a train that could provide better cost efficiency in the case of gas rising. Now, one other thing that is awesome about our flexible options is in the case of an unexpected event. So say you have this Toys R Us in Southern California, and you go ahead and ship your truck out there to take the video games. Now it stops in New Mexico to get gas, and you know, New Mexico's hot, freak nature, sign of the apocalypse, hole in the ozone, Al Gore, global warming, whatever. Engine catches on fire, right? We're able to get one of our carriers to pick up that load and get it to Toys R Us for you so that you can defuse the situation in a timely manner. This is a huge advantage being a non-asset-based company and having the largest carrier network, because when you're working with an asset-based third-party logistics company, you'd be waiting for their truck to arrive in that situation.
Tish and Adam and the rest of the Active Image team, again, I'm Drew Oginski, and today I'm going to be addressing the concern of visibility. Now, Tish and Adam, how do you currently track your active shipments?
You see them leave the warehouse, and then at some point they get to our destination, get to their destination. We don't have visibility right now as it is.
Okay. All right, well, I'm sorry to hear that. But with that, with C.H. Robinson, we're going to go well above and beyond your current situation. We're offering you 24/7 access online, so you can track every single shipment from departure to delivery and every stop there in between. So for instance, Adam, if you wake up in the middle of the night because of a horrible logistics nightmare, like I commonly do, you know, rest assured you'll be all right, because you can roll over to your BlackBerry, your iPhone, your iPad, whatever, and within seconds you'll be able to track the exact location of the shipment you had in question. That way you can get a better night's sleep. But also, it'll help so you can see the big picture of where everything's going. While on big picture, we're also going to be offering you big picture reporting. Now what this is basically on your timeline, whether daily, weekly, monthly, we're going to be sending out a comprehensive report so we can show you, and so you can help, so you'll visualize where every single dime, nickel, and penny Active Image is investing into its logistics and in the C.H. Robinson. Again, helps with the whole visibility, but also helps simplify everything, and is also very convenient. At C.H. Robinson, we highly stress simplicity and convenience, and we believe they're intertwined. We believe this because we know that these are two of your major concerns. You know, everything you want it to be simple, but also convenient. Being the industry experts and leaders we are at C.H. Robinson, you can trust us that your partnership with us will be the most convenient and simple experience facing Active Image. Now, previously it was addressed that your #1 goal this year is to grow by 50%, is that correct? Well, we're gonna help out the best way we can at C.H. Robinson by offering you a free full-time employee whose sole purpose will be to help with your logistics. They'll be a trained and seasoned professional from C.H. Robinson who'll be working in your corporate office to make sure your every day-to-day logistics needs are taken care of. Also, we're gonna want you to help pick them out, because we want to make sure they're a good fit. Obviously, they're a good fit with C.H. Robinson, but we want to make sure they're a good fit with Active Image as well. But most importantly, when partnering with C.H. Robinson, you're not only partnering with corporate, you're partnering with Amanda, Emily, Brian, Scott, and myself as well. When you call, we don't want you to call 1-800-CH Robinson. We want you to be able to contact one of us. This is why we'll be implementing a one point of contact number. Now what this is you call this number, you'll be automatically directed to one of our lines at work. If after work, you'll still be taken care of, because you'll automatically be redirected to one of our personal lines in hopes that we can answer and address any concerns or questions you have at that time. Now another major concern you're gonna have is that of security, because you have very high priced products. For that, I'm gonna turn it over to Brian.
Thanks, Joe. Can I just get a show of the hands in the room real quick, how many of you have been in a scenario like this, where you're waiting outside of a retailer for the debut of your favorite product? Come on guys, don't be shy, we've all been there. Maybe it's a new season of Desperate Housewives coming out, new Taylor Swift CD.
I think Ariel had her hand up.
That is.
Personally, I know I've spent way too much time in scenarios like this on Black Friday that I'm willing to admit. And we know that Active Image is very familiar with situations like this. That's why at C.H. Robinson, you can trust and rely on our services, so you have the peace of mind in knowing that your products will be on the shelves, ready to go for those loyal customers. We also understand that there's a big demand for your products on the black market, So that's why we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that absolutely none of them end up there. At CH, we take a lot of pride in knowing that your products are going to get where they need to be, when they need to be there, without any issues. And to do this, we utilize a couple main benefits. The first thing we utilize is our flexible option. As I mentioned, we have over 49,000 carriers that use virtually every mode of transportation. When you combine these two, the options are limitless. The next thing we do is insurance screening. This means that we check and double check our carrier's insurance and past records to make sure that they're perfect fit for your cargo and that your products are covered every step of the way. The last thing we utilize is our high-risk, high-value carriers. These carriers are used for extra valuable loads. Maybe it's a groundbreaking technology that just can't end up in the hands of the competitor, or that shipment of video games that's on its way to its midnight debut. As you can see here, these carriers meet some very steep requirements and truly are the best of the best. If these aren't steep enough requirements for you guys, we can even go above and beyond this to offer things like a security system on the doors of the carriers, so you can tell if they've been opened and if your cargo's been tampered with. So that way, you can make sure that your products are flying off of the shelves and not off of the trucks. How does that sound compared to your guys' current security measures? Good. All right, glad to hear that. Well then, Scott's gonna go ahead and talk to you about how you can save some money with keeping your products very safe.
Thanks, Brian. So, looking at your numbers last year, Active Image spent over $41 million on transportation alone. But 11% of those actually arrived at the retailers late. So when we see that, we're gonna go ahead and throw up the good old red flag. Now, that number is way too high. That's unforeseen costs, unbudgeted for, and can amount to as much as $10,000 for every load that arrives late. So the biggest thing that we can do to reduce this expenditure is to show up on time. Now, every carrier that works with C.H. Robinson is maintaining a 98% proficiency rating. What this means is that every load that comes in is measured by us on time of arrival, pickup, delivery, driver issues, and many, many more things. So that not only are you working with carriers you can trust, but you can get your products there on time. And if they don't arrive on time, we will cover you up to $1,000 for every load towards that late penalty. Now, as we've discussed in prior meetings, we took a look at the 1,000 load sample you provided us, and we can save you 18% using us as your transportation experts compared to what you're currently using. Now what this means is that 50% growth in revenue that you guys are shooting for next year, you guys can focus on selling your video games and designing those. We can focus on getting your video games to the retailers, and when you hit that goal at the end of the year, you'll have saved over $10 million. I just want to say that one more time. $10 million in savings.
All right, so to recap today, we covered the major concerns facing Active Image: an on-time delivery, consolidation, increased visibility, and flexibility. Now, over the course of the last couple months, the five of us have been fortunate enough to begin a strong relationship with not only you, Tish and Adam, but the rest of the Active Image family as well. And in these months, we've identified, researched, and found solutions for the major concerns facing Active Image. Would you agree? And our presentation today highlights and fully addresses those concerns, while also going in depth in addressing the other concerns facing Active Image. Would you also agree to this? If all of your concerns have been met, we would love to continue our strong relationship with you by beginning a successful partnership with you at this time. Could we earn your business today? Thank you. Please sign here first, Adam.
Lawyers look at this?
Oh, no. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, any comments? Any thoughts? Yes. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Yeah, no. Hard to know.
That's a great question. So it sounds like you're asking if animation would distract you from it, but really what we thought was that it's a very comprehensive service that C.H. Robinson offers, and it's not something that most people are familiar with, especially just our experience before we started working with C.H. Robinson. So we were really hoping that the animation would help illustrate it better. So it was a risk that we were aware of when we tried to limit it as to what would be distracting and what would be helpful.
One thing on that point, I think the big point is understanding your client. If you're working with an active image which is high tech or high quality, that's going to be something that they're familiar with. If you're working with somebody who's more of a brick and mortar and not a high tech customer, then you're right. I think at that point in time, it looks like show off at that point. But in that case, I think it's like, well, I don't know. I mean,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I didn't even mention that early, like, you said something like for a video game company, here's fancy graphics.
Yeah, as soon as we heard that's who we were partnered with, that's the direction we wanted to go.
Yeah, I thought it was very appropriate, effective, and great to illustrate, but it to speak to Rick's point, showed an understanding of the industry. And I think it was effective to just get a feel for what kinds of challenges and issues and concerns they're like to have. So I thought it was very effective. But you're right, normally, I mean, you have to judge that, and that would be an interesting point. That was interesting, yes, John.
Also, to what you said, the third party logistics, which is a pretty dry subject.
Come on.
I'm a salesman, I'm not the- And the use of graphics really kept everybody, the other point, kept everybody interested. And we used humor, we used everybody in the audience, we used everybody into the presentation. We did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was very effective. I liked the summary at the end. The need statements came back to us several times. I thought that was important. I think they addressed the cost issues and the financials pretty effectively, showed a lot of knowledge about the business and about who Active Image was, but more importantly, did a lot of background research on C.H. Robinson. So I felt confident that if I was a client, that they knew what they were talking about. The other thing that was very impressive about this group is it was a Skyped group. I mean, they didn't have the personal client from week to work with, so they had an extra kind of barrier to overcome. And fortunately, you guys were very good helping them and working with them extra and overtime and all that kind of stuff. So, and obviously that partnership and effort showed. So, congratulations to the group. Wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.